Yo, 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 it's your boy, ELIS.WEB, and today we're going to be doing the Friday the 13th ranking, which I'm very excited to do today. And if you can see, I have the jersey today. Jason lives. It was, yeah. I'm really excited to do this, and yeah, I'm so excited. And without a doubt, let's get to it. So, if you've seen the Friday the 13th movies before, it is like 11. I mean, 12 if you want to count the reboot, but I've never seen it, so honestly, we're going to just do the ones that are the OG. So basically, starting off in top 10, like last, well actually 11, sorry, 11th place, which I think is the worst movie, Jason Goes to Hell. Honestly, that whole movie was just filler, to be honest. I'm going to be completely honest here. Yeah, there's some like cool gore parts, but like honestly, it rarely gets good. I mean, honestly, the whole movie is just Jason dies in the beginning, and then some doctor consumes his soul, and then, like, Jason, after eating the guy eating his soul, can, like, goes around going inside people's bodies by, like, a soul thing, and then, like, in the end of the movie, he's alive in the end in his full form, and then he dies again. Honestly, that movie was just plain boring, if I'm gonna be honest. Honestly, I don't really know. The movie was just not a Friday the 13th movie, I will say that. So it's going to go in 11th place for the last place. So, for the next movie, that in 10th place, it's going to be Jason Takes Manhattan. I know what you're thinking. Shouldn't that have been the last one? Well, here's the thing. I didn't really think it was bad, the movie. The same thing, I didn't think it was good. I mean, the whole movie is just Jason in a boat, and then in the end of the movie, like the last 10 minutes, it's just, they actually takes place in Manhattan. So, honestly, it wasn't bad, but neither was it good. I mean, I did like Jason's design in that movie. I really thought it was interesting. I like what they did with it. So, I'm gonna give it in, like, 10th place ranking, which I think it deserves a little, I mean, it sucks, but it's not fully bad. Which is why I'm gonna give Jason X, number 9. Alright, yeah, I know what you're thinking. Doesn't Jason X sound like a really cool movie name? Like, Jason X on the paper. Well, let me tell you, the movie was just CGI. It was so boring. So bad that it was funny. Basically, Jason goes to space, and it's just Jason in space, basically. On paper, that sounds cool, but, like, in reality, it felt like a Disney movie that was, like, really boring. And honestly, I watched the movie. I got bored at some parts and a little entertained, but half of it was just Jason that was making me watch the movie, and not really anything else. There's some really corny parts in the movie I can't even describe to tell you, but honestly, a lot happens, so that's why it's gonna be in, ninth place, if I'm correct, yeah, 9th. And then, top 8, I would say, will be Jason, hold on, I gotta stop saying Jason, Friday the 13th, Part 5, A New Beginning. See, with this movie, you expected to be a killer, Jason, to be killing people, right? Well, wrong. You see, in this movie, Jason's not in it. Yup. It's basically the Halloween 3 if Jason was never in it. If you don't know what I mean by Halloween 3, it's because Michael Myers was never in that movie. That's why it's called Halloween 3 for the term. In this movie, Tommy Jarvis from the Part 4 movie, if you've ever seen it, goes into like a mental health place where they try to help everyone like get back together, and, like help their fears and help what's going on. Basically, one of the kids messed around with another kid, and that kid kills that kid. And in the whole movie, it's just a whodunit. Like, it goes like a Scream movie, but if it was like more cornier, more sexual, and there's a lot of nudity in the movie. It's probably the most sexual movie in the Friday the 13th franchise. If I'm to be completely honest here, it was just so corny. And turns out the killer, fun fact, it was actually the guy whose son got killed. Yup, it was the dad of that kid whose kid killed that kid, and it was like, I'm gonna take my revenge. I'm gonna avenge my son, and like it's basically revenge, which I respect that, but still, though, killing people is not really not a good thing. No, that I mean you could do a lawsuit, but no, it wasn't Jason. It was Roy Burns the whole movie, which is why it's gonna go in 9th place, right? 11, 10, 9, 8. Yeah, 8th place. 8th place. Now, coming in at number 7, it's gonna be Freddy vs. Jason. You see, I didn't really think it was a bad movie. In the same time, it was pretty cool. The reason it's in like 11, 10, 9, 11, 10, 9, 8. 7th place, it's because really there's a little bit of nudity. Half of the movie was kind of Freddy Krueger and then Jason, and it felt cool, but kind of Freddy was using Jason to like make him be scary so that he could use Jason to make Freddy look scary again, which is what's going on, because people forgot about Freddy, so Freddy brought Jason back so he could make more scarier, and it turns out Jason kills Freddy, and then they start fighting again. I don't want to spoil it, so you can watch the movie for yourself, but honestly, I don't really know. It's pretty cool. But it's gonna go in 7th place because I don't know. It's a big mess, but I like the movie. Really messy. Coming in at number 6, which is the halfway mark, and this is Friday the 13th, Part 7, A New Blood. Yeah, you heard me. The halfway mark. Friday the 13th, Part 7. This movie was primarily interesting, I'd say. It was basically, there's this girl named Tina. What happens is, she has psychic powers. She accidentally kills her dad by drowning her in the house, which apparently they had a stilt house, which, fun fact, I just learned last week. And after that, Jason, after Part 6, dies at the exact same lake her father died in, and then like a few years later, it's just like mental guy comes in the house, wants to help her, and then she has this mental breakdown, going to the lake and saying, I wish my father would come back, and with her psychic power, she accidentally brings back Jason back to life. What a coincidence. And honestly, it's pretty good. There's some cool gore parts, which I really like. It gives Jason some nice emotion, especially that sleeping bag scene. That was so cool. I thought it was interesting. It even made it into the multiverse game where Jason got that cool action scene, which I respect. And then after that, he has a really cool design, which I really love. I have an action figure of it, by the way. Yeah, it was a pretty good movie. It's not the type of movie I'd watch a million times, but it's the type of movie where if I want to go back and watch some memory movies, it'd be that type of movie. Now, coming in at Part 5, this is where it gets a good mark. No more bad movies. Ready? Alright, so coming in at number 5, we have Friday the 13th Part 6, Jason Lives, which is what it says on my jersey. And honestly, this movie, it was really good. It was good. And I should have probably not said really good. You see, what made this movie interesting was it wasn't really that interesting. You see, they showed Jason a lot in this movie, which kind of ruins the aspect of him being like a silent slasher killer, you know? Like, it's not giving that Jaws vibe. Like, you know, if you've ever seen Jaws, the shark is never really shown in the movie until the end. It's like one of those movies. Basically, Jason comes back from the dead after an electrical pole stabs him. Don't ask how that happened, just watch the movie, but no, you'd have to watch all the rest. And then he comes back to life, killing people, especially Tommy Jarvis, if you remember him. And it's pretty cool. He has I think he has a mediocre design. I'd say he looks pretty funny looking. I did like that movie. It's just, I don't know. I did like the actor for Tommy Jarvis, though. It was a new actor. I liked him more than the previous actor, which in Part 5, I thought he was okay. He felt like a wimpy kid, to be honest. So yeah, I'm going to give it in Part 5. In Part 5. Wow, what do you know? Now, in number 4, it's going to be quite interesting if you've never seen this movie. Friday the 13th Part 2, which goes in 4th place because it was quite what I not expected. You see, Part 2 is when I started watching the franchise, like after the first one, the second one, and I was expecting to see Jason, like Jason Voorhees in the hockey mask, but nope. It turns out that in Friday the 13th Part 2, he doesn't get his hockey mask. Yup, he's dressed like a farm boy with a sack over his head, and he somehow was alive. Apparently in the first movie, he wasn't dead. I wonder why. And it really got me thinking, what does he look like? Like, I'm really curious, which is why it's in 4th place, because it's so interesting to me. Like, who done it? It's one of those movies where you don't know, and you gotta watch till the end, and it gets so good in the end. It's like this cool jump scare moment where, like, Jason just breaks through the window. Cool scene. I probably just spoiled that, but cool scene. Now, in the top three movies left, in my personal opinion, Part 3 in number 3 is going in Friday the 13th, the first movie. Reason why is because I was not expecting that. You see, I expected Jason Voorhees killing people, but guess what? It turns out it was Jason's mother who killed everyone in the movie because she wanted to avenge her son for what the people didn't do. They let him drown in the lake. Which his mom was so upset because she worked at the camp and, like, that's my son, bro. Like, bro, you didn't help him. Like, apparently the teenagers were just having little. And honestly, that whole time it was pretty cuckoo crazy. And honestly, yeah, it caught me off guard, but in the end, I thought it was a good movie, which is why it's going to go in Part 3. Now, in number 2, for the 2 list, it's going to be Friday the 13th Part 4, which I think is probably my second favorite Friday the 13th movie. It's so good and, like, really interesting what it does. Like, it takes place after the third movie, which is, if you've never seen the third movie, it's pretty good. And basically, he's back from the dead, and then he decides, I'm gonna go get my revenge. I'm gonna go kill those guys. And he has a really good design. And, like, at the end of the movie, it's like this cool gore part where, like, his mask comes off, and it, like, he gets slashed by his own machete, which I have the figurine of it from Part 4. I'll make a tour review eventually. Honestly, it was a really good movie. The aspect was cool. And that's where we finally see Tommy Jarvis, our maybe official first main character in the franchise. And now, for the final movie in number 1, in my opinion, Friday the 13th Part 3 in 3D. Yup, Friday the 13th Part 3. That movie is my favorite movie in the franchise. Which, why? Well, one, he has a really nice retro design. I'd say, like, the type of design you'd see your father in like, a Thanksgiving, like, meal dinner. It has a good design. He's all hunchbacked, making him look like a big old giant and it's really cool. Like, really, he looks so like a giant. Like, it's just so good. He gets his actual hockey mask in that movie. Yeah, in Part 3, he actually gets the hockey mask, if you didn't know. In Part 2, he had a sack in his head, like a bag sack. What makes this movie so good in Part 3. And then the whole movie, it takes place in a cabin, which I think is interesting. Some of the kills are really cool, and I really think it's probably the best movie, in my opinion, in the franchise. Which, you know, it probably does beat. And that's going to be it for all of the Friday the 13th movies that I have rated. I hope you guys liked the video, and let me know in the comments, what is your favorite horror movie? Or, horror movie, or Friday the 13th. Let me know in the comments. I'll reply. And I hope you have a nice Friday the 13th / Clash, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.